everybody, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Hi, I'm your big sis Sumiko. We're going to tackle Wondrous Tales before we do anything today. Excuse my mic fondling. There we go. So we're gonna get some good ol' Wondrous Tales out the way. Because this is something I learned I can do. Let's see. I had Earth's Font, and I had a couple of others. So we're gonna do this one first. And I've been using Wondrous Tales to upgrade or level up all those classes I don't want to. But I don't feel like leveling up. Yeah, there it is. So I don't remember at what point he decides to just say enough is enough. Okay, so it was that one. And then binding coil turn 4. And 4. Which one is this? I don't remember. Is this just the elevator? Hello? those that I remember seeing them first. Oh, wasn't it in 13? I think these were all in 13. So probably in 7 too. Cool. Look back here. Remember Ifrit was one? Beat up him real quick. Not what I meant to do. Oh boy. Yes, I know. I understand. Thank you. Thank you for noticing. Did I mess up? Yeah, that probably would have killed me otherwise. This is why I don't do extreme combat. I am not self-aware enough. Good lord. Good to know. Why? Okay. Now I can hurt him again. Inferno horn. I got the whistle! Oh my god! Hell yeah! I've been really trying to get this thing forever. Mount. Oh, it's just got some basic ass music. Okay. Look at it. It's so sleek. Got the last of the ponies. I got them all. This is not gonna get me anything, is it? Oh, maybe. 3... 5... Alright, so then we have Striking Tree and War Leader. So Ramu and Leviathan. Doody. Do this one first. I never used to understand this fight, but after having done it by myself, I have come to understand. And then here, there we go, because we don't like him. Because of that thing. That's unfortunate. Make it both. Oh, shit. Okay, that's fine. We're fine. We're doing great. That would have been game over for me, though. I'm waiting for the dude. Almost there. I do message them. Rolling. just makes me nervous that I'm gonna fall off. Okie dokie. Clear. And then the striking tree is the one that I have the hardest time with. I can do it. It's just not great. He usually likes to hit me pretty hard and really fast. We're doing good. Okay, we did it. That was a majestic twirl, sir. Okay. That's all the easy stuff that I can do. Yeah, I'm gonna have to rearrange these. But we'll do that later. Or I'll do that later, rather. We're going to... yes, Castromorians. But what about... actually, in that case... let me... thank you. We're gonna go here. We're gonna get this going. Aunt Sophie! I thought you might come, Sumiko of the White. You sensed it, yes? The agitation of the elementals? I suggest you present yourself to Brother Isumiyan at Stillglade Fane. He will no doubt welcome your assistance in identifying the origin of this disturbance. Send me back to the homeland. Adventurers Guild. Mhigo, how fortuitous! Sister Raya Osana directed you to the guild. Glad am I that she did. As I'm sure you have felt yourself, the elementals are in an uproar, and whilst I would soon depart on my investigation, the forest's disquiet appears to stem from the lands that cannot be approached in blind haste. I speak of East End, at the very edge of the Twelveswood. Long has this border betwixt Girabania and our nation been held by the forces of the Garlean Empire. The Alliance did recently take control of Baelsar's Wall, and thus commands the fortifications in East End. But the stability of the region is yet tenuous at best. 'Twould be a far more certain venture were I to have you at my side. Are you willing to make the journey? For you, brother, anything. Then we need delay no longer. Let's make our preparations and begin our trek from Camp 9 Ivies. Where is that? Huh. Oh. Oh, that's right. That's where the connection section for the wall is. Oh, I almost forgot. Thank you again for coming, Mhigo. I arrived some moments earlier and bent my ear to the forest's whispering. Although here it might be better described as a keening, there is no doubt that we are nearer to the source. And I am also certain that we are not alone. Come out, you cannot hide your presence from me. Oh, Sylvie. That's exactly what he said. I should have known you would sense me. Your early failures to attend lessons gave me ample practice at finding those who do not wish to be found. Now, am I to assume that you, too, have been brought here by the plight of the elementals? Yes, Guildmaster. I'm sorry for leaving without permission, but I just had to know what was causing all this commotion. You will return to Stillglade Fane and leave this investigation to Tsumiko and me. Such is the danger inherent in this task that even I felt compelled to request assistance. Please, Guildmaster, let me help. Never have I heard the voices of the elementals so clearly before. They want to tell me something, I just know it. And it is that very something that I, as Guildmaster, am charged to discover. You, as an acolyte, are neglecting your duties back at the guild. But how can I ignore their pleas? I feel their unease like chains tightening around my chest. Isn't it my duty as a conjurer to protect the forest? Their unease? You truly sense this emotion from the river of their susurrations? Oh, I'll have to look up what that word means. And you truly wish to return the forest to tranquility? I swear by the matron herself. I only want to put into practice the lessons you have taught me. A noble purpose. But if I were to permit this, you must promise to weigh the consequences of your actions before you commit to them. I would not see a repeat of previous incidents. Then I can come? I promise I'll be careful, and I'll be sure to ask for Tsumiko's help the moment I need it. Me? Why am I the babysitter? See that you do. Now, it is past time we brave the borderlands of Girabania. We can travel as far as Amarok's Spire, then a serpent officer will guide us through the ruins of the castrum from there. Bug. Ugh, it sounds so gross. Oh wait. Versus spending money, I can just talk to a dude. Yes. No travel like free travel. The closer we are to East End, the more certain I am we are moving in the right direction. The precise location of the disturbance yet eludes me. However, even from the elementals themselves, I only sense confusion. I fear there's not for it but to conduct a more conventional search. I will head southeast, see what might be found directly south. Southwest is yours, Sumiko. Southwest? Ugh. I think I said I would come back to you a long time ago. Do my eyes deceive me? It can't be, but it is. Sumiko Shikami, the Griffin's Bane herself. Thank you. Yes, yes. 'Tis I. Yes, the great hero who defeated the Griffin atop Baelsar's wall. Oh, it is named after Gaius, isn't it? I was like, that's a really familiar name, but I can't remember why. Gaius von Baelsar. Bringing his plans of conquest to a shuddering halt. I can think of no other title that so aptly befits your prowess. A pity no one else seems to think so. But enough of that. What brings the illustrious Griffin's Bane here to Castrum Oriens? Serpent Marshal Brookstone has requested you assist in my investigation. This is such an honor. I'll do my best not to disappoint you. Let me real quick. Alright, that should be a little better. Oh, goodness me, where are my manners? Ala Mhigo, military records officer, at your service. I cannot offer much in the way of combat, but if you should have any inquiries regarding historical matters, you need only ask. Now then, let me apprise you of our current situation. Shortly after taking control of Castrum Oriens, we discovered a number of confidential documents left behind by the Garleans. Prisoner records dating back to the beginning of Ala Mhigo's occupation. As you might have guessed, a great many were conscripted and sent away to subjugate new territories. A surprisingly large number were executed as a reminder of what would happen should any step out of line. What we weren't expecting, however, was a number of prisoners listed simply as whereabouts unknown. We thought perhaps they met some ill fortune during their imprisonment or even escaped, but we could find no other documents to suggest what became of them. Be they living or deceased, it is now our duty to find them, not just for our own records, mind you, but their loved ones as well. They deserve the peace of mind knowing what happened here. Would that this were a recent incident, though. It will be no easy task ascertaining their whereabouts after 20 years, but I believe I know where we might begin our investigation. The Ananta have called these lands home long before even the Ala Mhigans came to settle here, and as luck would have it, the Resistance has established cordial relations with their people. Perhaps they remember something of what happened all those years ago. Oh, is this for the Ananta Beast Tribe questline thing? Stelts? Ah. Ala Mhigan prisoners captured 20 years ago? Yes, I remember. When the Garleans gained their foothold there, they interned any and everyone. Striders and Nata, it mattered not. Most were forced to serve in the Garlean military, dispatched to other lands from which they would never return. If I'm not mistaken, the prisoners who remained were taken to a small village to the south. I cannot say what transpired there, but the settlement was heavily guarded. I fear the worst for them. A settlement to the south? Why, that would have to be Bittermill. I recall records of its residents seeking asylum in Gridania when the Garleans first arrived. The place was all but razed to the ground. Let's begin our search there. Perhaps something of value still remains in the Rebel. I think that's where I'm going for my class quest, too. Sancred, my man, how's it going? We're back. There you are! You have heard the news? In broad strokes from Admiral Blofus Swin, what happened? Kryle and a squadron of resistance fighters were escorting Y'shtola and several other wounded to the Rising Stones for further treatment when they were ambushed by Imperials' forces. Arnvald and his men fought valiantly, but in the chaos... I'll make no excuses. We failed to protect her. Do not be so hard on yourself. You protected Y'shtola and the others, did you not? Tell us about the attack. It was the skulls. They knew a path across the wall we hadn't found. We thought we were safe once we reached the Black Shroud. We weren't expecting an ambush. During the fighting, I caught a glimpse of their leader's memories. It was all planned. The advantage of having a walker in the field. I'm not as strong in the echo as Tsumiko is, of course. Half the time it's enough to knock me on my arse like I've taken a dose of concentrated ether. So you walked in Fordola's memories. What did you see? A woman promised the world. Education, training, citizenship. All that and more if she but sold her soul. A traitor to her people. A pretender to her masters. It was Zeus himself that gave the order. Told her to return with Kryle Baldessian, alive. Our agents have been carefully monitoring Imperial communications since the attack, but have yet to intercept any transmissions making reference to Kryle or her current whereabouts. If their orders were to bring Kryle back alive, we can save her if we move quickly enough. As you say, time is of the essence, which is why I intend to slip past enemy lines to see what information I can uncover on my own. In the meantime, it is up to you and our allies to command the Imperials' undivided attention. Lots of shouting and explosions and so forth. Keep them distracted and I will find her. Very well. I wish I could do more to aid you, but I understand. Commander Kemp is on his way to the castrum as we speak, for a meeting with General Alden. If you hurry, you can find him on the road and discuss the situation beforehand. I think Tsumiko and I are going to go and see Conrad like he suggested. You all wait here. Why should they wait? They could do plenty and more. That is right. I cannot fly. How many am I missing? Let's see. Am I in the fringes? Yes. Ooh, I'm missing quite a bit. Well. Oh, I think that's because I got as many as I could currently without being able to cross. Oh. Hello, small child. What are you doing? Come here this instant. She had the silver eyes, like the Pajok do. Do all of them have eyes like that? Timbo, what befalls? I felt a surge of panic coming from this direction. Whatever it was, I feel nothing now. Did you see anything? A child? Out here. By your description, the mother may be a hunter, but I am curious as to her choice of hunting grounds. Could it be their fear which has the elementals so upset? In any case, it seems the answer to that has run off into the bushes. Let us return to Castromorians for the present and learn more of Easton's inhabitants. Let's see. Yes, I can talk to Raubon, and then I can go south. And then I'll go back. That's not Raubon, that is Conrad. Well, isn't this a pleasant surprise? Fills my heart with joy to see you two hale and healthy. Welcome home, Lise. Sumiko, I'm sure you've heard about Cryle by now. That's why we're here. I'm not sure what to think about it, but we'll save her. We'll definitely save her somehow. I have no doubt that you will. You look stronger for your time in the Far East, lass, and that's good news for Cryle. I'd like to think so, but enough about me. How's everything with you and the Resistance? Better than when you last saw us, and make no mistake. Ironwald's been a godsend. Him and Minago and all the other young bloods have achieved so much in such a short time. We've been blessed to receive the support of the Flames' Ala Mhigo Brigade, who've been instrumental in freeing our countrymen from labor camps throughout Girabania, as well as some political prisoners from the city proper, believe it or not. Together with the refugees returning from Ul'dah and elsewhere, we've had no shortage of able-bodied men and women eager to join the cause. I knew you wouldn't stop fighting, even after what happened at the Reach. Force of habit, I suppose. Though we've come a long way, we still have far to go, but we'll fight for every ilm, and sooner or later, we'll get to Ala Mhigo. But listen to me prattling on when we should be making haste to the Castromorians. There's no point in telling me everything now, and you'll only have to say it again for the Flame General's benefit. You're right. I'll go on ahead and tell the others that you're not far off. Look at her go. Okay. Ba-donk. Mountain bears. They see nothing. Oh, there are no soldiers. What are Carleans doing here? They cannot be allowed to leave. Get them. Nah. There'll be no getting today. Hello, hello! Welcome in! How are you doing today? Oh, goodbye. Goodness, that smarts. Is that like slang for hurts? Perhaps I should have devoted more time to combat trading. Though no amount of training would make me a match for the renowned Griffin's Bane, that was a magnificent display. Everything's going pretty good so far. Made some progress on the Wondrous Tales journal. We'll get to that maybe later, we'll see. But now we're just kind of doing some things around Garabania. Now that we're finally back. Garlean soldiers were certainly the last thing I expected to find in these abandoned and otherwise forgotten buildings. I managed to catch them unawares, but I'm quite certain this investigation would have ended poorly had you not arrived. Still, I find this quite curious. By all rights, the Garleans should be too busy contending with the resistance to waste time in a place like this. What were they doing here? I'm afraid our search for answers has only raised more questions. If we are to make any sense of this, we must search this place from top to bottom, after my heart returns to my chest. Deep breathing. What? We'll come back to you then. You're not quite on my agenda for right now. So much Magitech. So much good steel just lying around. Leshy. Good, he left me alone. Hey. The laughter of Moogles is a haunting thing, let me tell you. You have spoken with Ankrit, then? Good. Take heart. If anyone can track her down, it's him. I believe I hear Commander Kemp's party approaching. If you are ready to address Father and the others, let us be about it. Lending, slaying... I guess aim. There you are, and there is Commander Kemp, I see. I know you are eager to speak of our next move, but I would first hear more of your last. Tell us your deeds in Doma. We have freshly returned, friends.
Pray, join me in welcoming our Scion allies, but recently returned from their mission to the Far East. We have been most eager to hear a first-hand account of your time there, eventful as we understand it was.
Very well. Allow me.
Such victories are rarely won without sacrifice, but the prize is worth the price. Doma, free after all these years.
Surprise!
Bloody hells. Flooding their own castle for a better chance at victory. We could learn a thing or two from that lad.
Our agents report a flurry of communications between Garlemald and Ala Mhigo in recent days. 'Tis plain they are in the midst of deliberating their response to the Doman uprising.
Good. Every Imperial unit in occupied territory will be on the lookout for civil unrest. The fear of leaving critical locations undefended will make commanders think twice about committing their forces, giving us a chance to seize the initiative.
Seize the day.
We have a chance, aye. Mayhap the last one we're ever going to get. While we've done our best to rebuild the resistance, the Imperials have only increased their efforts to root out sympathizers. If we keep on playing for smaller prizes, it's only a matter of time before they crush us again. And that we won't come back from.
A swift advance seems best for all concerned, not least poor Mistress Kryl.
Then let us waste no more time. The campaign for Ala Mhigo liberation begins now. Our first objective will be to capture Castellum Valladina. Take the bridge, and the whole of the fringes will be ours. From there, we can push east towards the peaks.
Huzzah!
I name this operation Rulga's Beacon. For as Rulga once sent his star to guide our ancestors to these lands, so too shall it see us home.
That's actually pretty poetic. I'll hand that to him. I'll give him that. The success of this operation is paramount. So long as the Empire holds Castellum Valladina, the main host cannot advance. Xenos knows this, which is why he ordered Berdola and her men to see the bridge's defenses. So we'll get to fight the skulls again. The Butcher is not to be underestimated. She is decisive, ruthless, and feared by foes and friends alike. But we have a plan to defeat her. First, we send an alliance force down the main road, signaling our intention to mount an all-out assault. The garrison will muster their forces and prepare for a protracted battle. However, they will soon find that we are ill-prepared for their counterattack. Our men will begin to break rank and flee. I see. Show them your backs and give them a target too tempting not to pursue. Aye, Berdola is too aggressive not to press the advantage. She will order her men to give chase. We lure them as far as East End, where the commanders will rally their forces and attempt to hold their ground. If all goes to plan, we should be able to keep the greater part of the garrison occupied, leaving us to tackle the bridge's remaining defenders. Very clever, I'm sure. But what are we to do if the Imperials smell a rat and return before we've taken the place? I don't need you to take Valladina, Commander Kemp. All I need is for you to fly your flag from its tower. You mean to trick them into believing that the bridge has fallen? Aye, we've convinced them Valladina is lost, hit them hard with our reinforcements, and watched them go running for the hills. Then, when the dust is settled, we regroup at the Castellum. What say you? That's a bold plan, but a good one. We'll do it. In that case, we shall support both the Resistance and the Alliance forces. I see some Ishgardians on the side there. Dimiko, Lise, Arnvold, I ask that you accompany Commander Kemp. Alize and I will remain with the Flame General. We will return to Ralgar's Reach and make our preparations. As soon as they are complete, we will join you in the field. Godspeed. Oh, I'm here now. Is there a shop in there? Not yet. Soon. Soon. Okay. forget this place has aetherite crystals. In case you haven't noticed, the flag flying above Eladina is bloody massive. It'd take a dozen men to change it, and far too long besides. There's no need for all that, right, Minago? Not as long as I have my griffin and satchel of glamour prisms, no. Arnvald, you're in charge of the runners between us and the Alliance. No link pearls. At least, I want you to look in on the squadrons. Make sure they've got everything they need. Everybody clear? What about me? What am I doing? All forces are to depart for Castellum Corvi when ready. That will be all. Dimiko, stay with me for a moment, if you would. I get the special, super secret, dangerous assignment. There's a few men I'd like you to look in on personally. Each of them has lost people, and I can tell that it weighs on their hearts. Oh. There have been a lot of new faces since you were last here, so it's best if I just tell you where to look. One's an officer you'll find in the barber. Another is an old fellow who likes to pass the time on the shore of Starfall. The last is a fiery young lad from little Ala Mhigo, who I am told trains by himself by the river, on the river to the fringes. You'll know them when you see them. Come and find me when you've finished. Very specific. Is this the barber? Wait, I know you. Lieutenant Shikomi of the Twin Adder. It is an honor to meet you. Can I upgrade now? I wonder. I was living hand to mouth in Ola, but decided to enlist in the flames after I heard tales of your daring do. And now, as fate would have it, I've been sent here to join in the fight for my homeland's liberation. Ah, but this is no time to talk. I've got to prepare for the operation. Take care, Lieutenant. We'll give those Imperial horseons what for. That's not very nice. Swarthy resistance fighter. I say, that isn't the little lass who helped me find the ward I misplaced. Ah, but there I go again, treating you as an equal. It wasn't until after you'd gone that one of my comrades pulled me aside and told me it was only the bleeding hero of Eorzea who'd take the time out of her busy day to help me. Well, what is done, but know that I will fight with every ounce of my strength in this coming battle, and the next and the next. Mayhap that will serve to repay the favor. Fare you well. And off he runs into the ether. Dude's getting his squats in. Sumiko, am I right? I doubt you remember me, but I'll never forget you. Saved my life in little Ala Mhigo, you did. Wilbert and the rest of us had got it into our heads that if we had enough crystals, we could summon Ralgar like the Amalja summoned their god. Thankfully, you put a stop to it. Ever hear about what happened to Wilbert? Joined the Braves when they came calling, only to turn up dead one day. Never found out how or why, but I reckon it doesn't matter. Dead's dead, after all. But at least he died doing what he thought was right. And maybe that's the best folks like us can hope for, huh? Not that I'm in a hurry, mind. Off he goes. Let's see if I can't get to that Vista spot right there. Wait. Should be pretty easy, I would think. Oop. Maybe? Nope. Okay. Well, maybe later. I am not great at getting to all the little vista spots. I fall very often. Conrad! You've had a word with the man I mentioned then? As I'm sure you noticed, they've another thing in common aside from tragedy. You've touched each of their lives in one way or another, but that's not the reason I wanted you to speak with them. A man who's lived in Kiribania his entire life, who bore witness to the realities of the occupation for 20 unbroken years. A man who fled little Ala Mhigo in search of a new life, who swore to serve another nation, only for fate to conspire to send him back here. A youth born on foreign soil, who never knew his parents' homeland, yet nevertheless felt kinship with our cause. 3 men, 3 stories, 3 reasons, yet all belong to the Resistance. In growing larger, we've grown more diverse, and while there is good in that, there is also the potential for strife and discord. It'd take a special sort to lead such men to Ala Mhigo, don't you think? Leader of the Resistance, huh? Don't I have enough titles already? Someone like Lise, you mean? I see we're of one mind. She'll have to make the decision for herself, of course. You've traveled with her, been by her side when she's had to make hard choices. You've seen her at her worst and her best. If you think she's got it in her, then she does. Look after her, Tsumiko. She's our future, and my hope. I trust I didn't say this conversation is just between you and me. You got it. Good girl. Right then. We'd best head to Castrum Corvi. What remains of it, rather. He called me a good girl. Where the hell is Castrum Corvi? Oh. Going back here, because I want to get my... Ouch. Class quest finalized. This gentleman is an officer stationed at the castrum. Mayhap he will know more of the mother and child you spotted. Oh, I did the salute too! And do you believe these folks were living in the forest? I was under the impression that the East End settlement was empty. We suspect a connection to whatever is disturbing the harmony of the 12's Wood. Might you spare us some few soldiers to investigate the possibility? Ordinarily, I would be overjoyed to aid you in your investigation, but I fear our duties on the border demand our full attention. My most sincere apologies, Master Pajal. It's up to us. How inconvenient. This matter is far from resolved, yet I have already been overlong in returning to Stillglade Fane. Let me handle it, Geared Master. You would have me entrust this task to an acolyte? You have matured much in the art, it is true, but I can hardly... The elementals are suffering. Someone has to help them, and I'm sure Tsumiko can lend a hand if I needed it. What say you, Tsumiko? I only intended to involve you in this initial foray, but might I ask that you see the matter through to its conclusion? Sure. My thanks. I foresee hardships ahead, but also an opportunity for new discoveries. Are you looking to look in on Sophie's progress, and even as you continue your own studies? No student is ever finished. As for you, Sylphie, I expect you to make regular reports on your findings. May the matron watch over you both. A whole 100,000. The hat. Oh, hello, Timiko. It's nice of you to worry, but I've been perfectly safe. I asked the soldiers at the wall if I could accompany them on their patrols instead of wandering about on my own. More than a few times I thought I sensed something, the briefest of flickers. The scouts had their mission, and I couldn't risk getting separated from them if to confirm my suspicions. I need to check one area in particular, some distance away from patrol route. Do you think you could come with me? Here, I'll mark the spot on your map and we can meet there when you're ready. Wow. Okay. I can make that work. That's back to where the Mikote lady is. I think so. This is the place. Do you feel that? The source must be nearby. Ah. And you're sure it's the same child? I don't know what's going on here, but her aura is blinding. Come on, we have to follow her. I don't know if she wants to be followed. Yeah. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I got... I did not get what I thought I got. Never mind. Shuck. What is a shuck? It looks like a void sense. You're okay, kiddo. Stay away from me. Mama, where are you? You poor thing, you must have been terrified. But don't worry, we'll get you back to your mother. I'm not supposed to talk to strangers. Mama says they'll take me away and lock me in a cage. So she says. Well, I'm Sophie, and this is Sumiko. Now you know our names, why don't you tell us yours? Then we won't be strangers anymore, right? My name is Gaddy. I don't feel icky. You don't feel icky like the bad things. Well, I hope that means we can be friends. Come on, Gaddy. Let's go and find your mother. Do you know the way home? I don't have any friends. We live alone in the forest. Or we live in the forest, just Mama and me. Were you hurt when those creatures attacked? Here, let me see. Oh, I'll mend that in no time, watch. A conjurer like me can heal all sorts of wounds. A conjurer? No, don't touch me. There's that surge again. And this time it's far more powerful. Gaddy, we have to leave. Oh, she's gone. Did you see where she went? No, but we barely took our eyes off of her. How did she manage to vanish so quickly? Learned a trick from a Moogle? Ah, well, Moogles certainly are good at disappearing, but I've never heard of them teaching the secret of it to anybody else. The surge of power I felt is gone as well. I don't think it's a coincidence that it faded as soon as Gaddy had left. Whenever she panics, I feel her aura just kind of expand. I think the void sense sense it too, and I'd wager 3 afternoons of listening to her Nolanel's lectures that the presence of those fiends is what's upsetting the elementals. Right then, time we returned to Gridania and reported our findings to the Guildmaster. That's it. All the way back to Gridania. We'll do that later. Castrum Corby. I don't remember much about this one. The answer. Okay. See if I can do this. We'll lead the way while the other units launch their own separate attacks. Remember that we need to hold out until Nago sees us to the flag. Got your gear in order? Any moment now. We're gonna find out.
It's begun then.
Burb.
Good. It's the waiting that drives me mad. Standing around, knowing what's to come. I'll never get used to it.
Burb.
Calm down, Nago. You're making her nervous. We've come this far, haven't we? We just need to make it the rest of the way.
Right.
Looks like the bastards went for the bait. The bridge is ours for the taking. Now remember, Minago, I want you to make for the tower as soon as you see an opening and get that flag flying. We'll see to the fighting.
I won't let you down, sir.
Better not.
Come then. Rolga's star shall burn bright this day.
How many glamour crystals would it take to glamour a flag that large? Yeah. Can I make it? I don't think there's any healers. Let's keep going. I don't know where I'm going. Oop, okay. Not that way, apparently. Oh, it was a whole shortcut. Get him. And with me being over here, it's not going to hit anybody else, which is good. We need this. Ta-da! Now we go inside. Think you're clever with all your tricks? Think again. None of you are leaving here alive. I think you are overestimating yourself. Yeah, learn some tricks, huh? Oof. I thought that was Monago for a second with that shadow, and I was so confused. This is my bridge. Sounds like someone never learned to share.
Meet my new friend!
You've got a friend? Amazing.
I'll cut you to pieces!
Not yet. Ta-da! It still looks the same.
God damn you! No more running! No more hiding! Let's finish this! Look! The flag!
Ain't that majestic?
The bridge is ours! Ala Mhigo! Ala Mhigo! Ala Mhigo! Yeah!
Stand your ground! It's not over yet!
They might think it is.
Damn it!
Let them go, Lise. We've done what we came here to do. That's enough for now.
Oh! Oh my god. Why are they so strong?
Paladina has fallen? Impossible.
Impossible.
We have them on the run! Forward! No mercy!
Regroup! Regroup! We have to regroup! All units, fall back!
No one can hear you over your tin can.
Commander, the 4th cohort has been routed. We'll be at the mercy of the enemy's reinforcements if we don't fall back now.
Idiot! We have the stronger force by far. Don't be taken in by their tricks. Or would you rather tell Xenos you lost to this rabble?
No! But if the snakes betray us in the confusion, we'll have no way out. I'm begging you, Commander. Give the order, or we'll all die here.
As common traitors who drank of muddied waters. For all the good it did us. School's with me! The day is theirs, and so is this bastard bridge. Someone bring the snake.
A singular snake?
I suppose. It's our first victory, isn't it? And that has to be worth something.
It's a shame poor Dola got away, but we did what we came here to do. I have to remind myself it's just the first step, but it's a big one. We're going to take it back. All of it. One elm at a time if we have to. It's a good way of thinking about it. There's still a chance that some Imperials are holed up inside the Castella. We'll need to search it top to bottom to be sure it's safe. In the meantime, I want you to rendezvous with the main host. Keep your weapons at the ready. There's a chance you might come face to face with soldiers on the run en route. On second thought, it might be prudent for you to do a preemptive sweep of the region for soldiers that have gone to ground. We shouldn't afford them any time to regroup and launch a counterattack. When you've judged your work to be done, report to General Aldine and in Bitterman. I get to go north? East. Ah. No. Up? How do I get up? What is up? Hello? Guess I should have gone the right and proper way. Sorry, my guy, you're just on the wrong side. I can just hear that one really deep voice Moogle, and I'm just, what kind of Moogle talks that low? Excuse me? There was a rock. No. Not that. Well met. All's well at the bridge? Good, good. The fighting has died down here too, as you can see. Pippin left but a moment ago with a contingent of troops to occupy Velladina. If and when the Imperials return, they'll find us dug in behind their own walls. I could not have hoped for a better outcome, General. Splendidly done. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. It'll take more than one Castellum to turn the tide. My men and I will deal with the remaining enemy forces. Scions, I bid you return to Kander Kemp and his men. Delay not overmuch in victory, not when there are battles left to fight. Our work here is finished. Our resistance allies are waiting. Oh. Big machine. He's just taking a nap. Yeah. Back so soon? I suppose the general and his men had matters well in hand. The vice-marshal and his men showed up not long after you left. If the gods are good, there'll be no one left to fight. What's we got? Not too bad, not too bad. I will be right back, however. Okay. I know you're not one for waiting, but if you'll bear with us. Commander Kemp, Marshal Tarapin reports that their sweep of the Castellum's interior has been completed. So it's finally over, eh? For I extend to him my deepest thanks. It's official then. Castellum Velladina is well and truly ours. Mayhap this calls for... Wait, where's Minago? She took her bird and flew off towards the Peering Stones, the village of the M tribe where she was born. I doubt that the Imperials who fled Velladina had a mind to give them trouble on their way back east, but she was nevertheless worried, so I gave her leave to go and see that her people were safe. Though I pray you are right, 'twould be best if Minago were not alone should she encounter the enemy. Agreed. Let's all go to the Peering Stones and make sure that everything is alright. If that is your wish, then I have no objection. Just let the guard know when you wish to cross. I wish to cross. Yes. Ew. There we go. Something different. Northeast. Which I think is kind of where we're going. That is a mean looking gazelle. And north. Okay. The path to the village is through a tunnel just east of here. Follow me. That is northeast. Thank you. Suppose I'll get there eventually.
Ah, you've come. Welcome, friends, to my village. My home.
How
Ominous
fare your
thunder in
people?
the background.
Good, all things considered. Better than the Enanta at any rate. They've sent an emissary. I'll take you to her.
We're here to help. Will you tell us what happened?
Aye. It began with a quarrel between the Imperials and the Kaliana.
The Kaliana are another Enanta tribe. The strongest and the most influential. Unlike the Vera, they want no part of our troubles. They swore fealty to the Empire, and were content to remain within their borders.
Huh?
Just so, the Kaliana forsook their pride in the fight and yielded to Garlemald long ago. But then a new commander was sent to hold the Black Bridge. She demanded the Kaliana surrender a hostage, this butcher.
Fordola. It doesn't make sense, though. The Vera are the ones working with the Resistance. Why would she threaten the Kaliana?
Because she is ignorant like all Imperials. She knows not the difference between Kaliana and Vera, nor does she care to learn.
I see. All Fordola knew for sure was that the Resistance would come from the west. She reasoned, therefore, that if the Ananta on the east bank turned their coats, she would be trapped. I take it the Kaliana had no choice but to oblige her.
No, they did not. The Imperials left with the Kaliana broodmother's own daughter, Ala Mhigo. Long days and nights she looked out on the Black Bridge weeping for her child. Until you came. The broodmother knew at once which way the winds would blow. She and her warriors met with the fleeing Imperials in the road and demanded that her daughter be returned.
Oh, no.
Bad idea. Fordola's not the kind to take threats lying down.
You know her well. The butcher turned her blade to Ala Mhigo and bade the Kaliana move aside. But the broodmother would not yield.
I know where this is going.
The Kaliana surrounded the Imperials, one of whom, whether out of fear or stupidity, cut the child down. There was naught that could be done.
Eesh.
What madness.
The true madness was yet to come. For in her despair, the Kaliana broodmother cried out for her daughter to be restored to life. She beseeched Sri Lakshmi's intercession.
She summoned a primal then and there?
That she did, if only for an instant. Bereft of courage and honor, the broodmother sought solace in her faith. The Imperials fled in terror at the sight of the goddess, abandoning these lands to the Ananta.
Both a blessing and a curse.
Now the Kaliana bid us make pilgrimage to pay proper respects. Yet though we Vera revere Sri Lakshmi as the holiest of the holy, we will not prostrate ourselves before her.
And so you turn to us.
Aye. All who have fought with the Resistance have heard tell of the warrior, the Icon Slayer.
Well, everybody look at me.
I believe we have heard enough. Inconvenient though the timing may be, if a primal has indeed been summoned, we can scarce afford to ignore it. We must needs discuss how best to resolve this situation.
Okay, That's not too bad. Much better than those. Good. At the risk of sounding hopelessly naive, there may yet be a way to avoid a violent confrontation. In the past, I fear I have been rather too willing to accept that we have no other recourse than to risk our lives, or rather, your life, to address these threats. Yet the primals we have faced thus far have demonstrated a variety of temperaments and objectives. Ravana may delight in battle, but Ramu would sooner keep the forest with his children. Ere we decide to challenge Sri Lakshmi, it would be wise to learn more of her nature from those who summoned her unto this world. If that is your will, then so be it. To the north you will find our village. Sarisha shall unfold all. We shall leave at once. Minago, can you inform our comrades at the bridge of what happened? Of course. Be safe, my friends. Oh, is there a mender? There is. I'll take this. Well, sorry, I was distracted by the grumbling of my stomach. Thanks to the Garleans, we've been having trouble maintaining our food stores. Custom dictates that any game brought back to the village must be distributed evenly among everyone, but there hasn't been much to go around lately. Without fear of harassment from the Garleans, we can finally begin hunting again, but there's still much to do if we're going to replenish our supplies. Any chance you'd be willing to help? If you could bring back, say, 3 Teleoceratuses, it would be a great help. Is that a dinosaur? Please tell me that's not a dinosaur. You'll find them north of here, but don't kill them. We'll need their meat to be as fresh as possible when it's put away. When you've worn them down enough, you can stuff them into these bags without much of a bite. Now, I know what you're thinking, but trust me, they'll fit. Stay safe out there. Put them into an impossibly small bag, you say? Yeah. It is a dinosaur. Of course it is. Oh, that wasn't too bad. Better than I thought. To kill it, I just need to weaken it. But if it's not weak enough, when you go to stash it gets enraged. Excuse you. Okay. There's one. How did I miss? Easy peasy. Now I go north. There it is. I wonder why I keep getting Ramu's horse. Oh, Mender, please, yes. We got anything, starting to finally get money back, which is nice. Sarisha, are you the broodmother here? We do not often receive guests. What is the purpose of your visit? Greetings and well met. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and we come seeking Sarisha of the Vera. You are she, are you not? You have petitioned us for aid and succor, and we intend to provide them. But we would first learn more of Sri Lakshmi, that we might better understand the nature of the threat she poses to you. A simple request, and one which I shall gladly oblige. In the beginnings was Sri Lakshmi. We were created in her image, daughters blessed with her beauty. Her breath becomes ours, her serenity our solace. There is naught she would not give. 'Twas the Kalyana broodmother's desire to bring about her daughter's resurrection which first called forth Sri Lakshmi from the ether. That being the case, I rather doubt the goddess will be spoiling for a fight. That would depend. The primal's motives will have been colored by the summoner's state of mind. Namely, that of a grieving mother who had just borne witness to her daughter's murder. Though she apparently craved a miracle, she may have also harbored thoughts of vengeance. Moreover, the Kalyana's conception of Sri Lakshmi may differ from that of the Vera. This is true. The Vera and the Kalyana do indeed regard the Lady of Bliss in different ways. To the Vera, Sri Lakshmi embodies freedom. She would not suffer her daughters to be bound to another's will, and so we stand with the resistance against the Empire, and give our lives for the cause. To the Kalyana, however, she embodies transcendental beauty, which they strive to create through their crafts. To shape crystals is less art and more ritual, a sacred duty wherein each tribute is imbued with a fragment of the soul. The Imperials do not interfere with this holy work, and so the Kalyana were content to turn inward and ignore our plight. Until reality asserted itself and they summoned a primal, a fever dream to soothe their aching hearts. But surely they can see that it won't do any good. The Imperials still rule these lands. Nothing will change. The Ananta will. The Kalyana bade the Vera make pilgrimage to pay proper respects, remember? Those who do not wish to partake of their primal's bliss will be made to do so. Not while we're around, they won't. Though our beliefs are not the same, we are still kin to the Kalyana. Will you help them to see reason? That is so aggressive. Know that I'll kill your god if I have to. Maybe even if I don't. Like, that's unnecessarily aggressive. Then we shall, for without you we may even be powerless to stop them. If we do not act quickly, more lives will be lost, more families torn apart, more children made to suffer. Then it's settled. We're going to find that primal and put an end to this. My sister Vajira will guide you to Dajanan Khat, and I shall pray for your success. Vajira. Well met, scions. I am Vajira, she who shines bright and unbroken. I stand ready. We leave upon your command. Oh, let's go. Are you ready? You look ready. Tajanka, there you will find Kalyana's crystals and Sri Lakshmi. Follow me. I have things I need to put away. Don't mind if I ask. Alright. My little water reptile here in the middle of the desert. Or would this be a wasteland? I don't know. Adventurer, I would ask a favor of you. In recent days, strange men have been stealing prey from our hunting grounds. They appear to be Ala Mhigans, but they do not recognize us as allies. They refuse to listen when we explain they are trespassing. If they were to see another strider in our company, they may not be so quick to fight and flee. They were last spotted to the east of here. Please go and speak with them before anyone comes to harm. I think I need to go north for right now, though. Ooh, that is very much not north. I was just baffled by how stompy this bird is. Like, them some heavy footsteps. Yagana. The path leads to an entrance above. Within is an aetherite. We must use it to enter. Understood. With me, everyone. Burb. Elephant. Oh, I have to run by all of them, don't I? We'll make this easier on ourselves. Take this. Oh, good. Okay, so that's all of those. And I've got the 2 quests that I have right now, and then 1 more to find. Tool. Oh. she is.
Why, mistress? Why does my Ala Mhigo slumber still?
Look thee on her face, supplicant. Thy prayer hath been answered. Flesh sundered hath been made whole. Blood spilt runneth through her veins. Breath stolen filleth her breast.
But she hears not her mother's words, nor sees her mother's face. She's silent and empty.
Only the vessel may be remade, not so the flame which flickered within. Her soul hath been scattered to the four winds.
Monkey paws deal right there.
Now do you see her promises for what they are?
Alisaie, have you gone mad?
A little bit, yeah.
Mayhap I have, but I refuse to stand by and watch yet another tragedy unfold.
Who intrudes upon this sacred ground? Imperials, thirsting for blood.
Nah, ma'am.
No! We come not to shed blood, but to save you from the false god who would lead you astray. I understand how you feel. I do. You loved her with all your heart, but when the moment came, you still couldn't save her. The anguish, the anger, I know it only too well. But I also know where this path leads. To embrace a primal is to condemn yourself to an endless cycle of despair. You will never know peace.
A worm-eaten heart may find peace and serenity in service, in beauty and grace. This hath ever been my promise. Naught else.
You'll find peace when you're dead, essentially.
You tempt them with visions of things that can never be and leave them bereft and wanting. No illusion, however sweet, can change the fact that your daughter is gone. Remember her as she was. Do not suffer this piteous shade to tarnish her memory.
It's only going to make them more angry, I think.
For every prayer that primal answers, it'll demand payment in kind. Do you have any idea how many more Ananta will die to feed its hunger for crystals?
They would have thee suffer man's spite and live in fear. Far better to dwell in my beauteous dream than endure so ugly a reality.
She's wrong! We hate the Empire as much as you, if you just listen!
Poor misguided children. I would spare you the torments of this cruel and misshapen world. Come, bask in my radiance. Let it fill your hearts and free you from your burdens.
Didn't give them a chance to say no.
Abide in misery then, fools. The Ananta are more deserving of my blessing. Leave these lands and my dreamers be. I will not warn you a second time.
I don't think that was the right way to go about things. I know it was stupid and foolish, but I had to try, Tsumiko. I had to try, and I failed. So you have to fight. There's no other way. I'll wake them from the dream. Thank you, Tsumiko. I know you will. We can but do that which is within our power. Lise, Halfano, and I will go and seize their crystal stores. This will not happen again. And you, when it is finished, we will be waiting for you. Emanation. Emanation. There we go. That did not want to come out of my mouth. Hey, okay. Easy pop. I don't remember anything about this fight. I just remember listening to the song a couple dozen times. Oh no! What did I do? Hold up, wait a second. And I was so happy for the immediate pop, I completely forgot that I am, unsynced. Right? Is it off or on? I can't tell. I think that's off. Okay. There we go. Well, while that is doing its thing, I suppose I can complete some of these quests so I can fly. Seems like it's going to be a little bit before we can get there. Hey you! Did those bags contain what I think they do? A dinosaur-filled sack, yes. I don't know how they fit, but here we are. Oh, you really did it! Not that I didn't think you could, mind you. It's just been so long since anyone here's had the guts to contend with those beasts. You can be sure we'll make use of them. Their meat for rations is a given, but their horns and bones will make good tools, and their hides can make belts and boots. Did you know that the Teleoceras isn't even native to these lands? The Garleans used them for carrying freight, but the Sods couldn't keep them under control. A few of them escaped into the wild, started breeding, and here we are. I guess you could say it's a blessing in disguise. If they hadn't brought Teleosauruses here, we'd have one less source of meat and materials for fashioning our tools. Right on. Right? Yeah. No more. Oh, crunch. My knees. I guess it'd be the knees of my poor griffin here, but eh. Hey guys, can't we like talk this out or something? Please wait, if you would listen for just a moment. Keep that thing away from me. I fear they won't listen to anything I have to say. Would you go after him and explain his people are trespassing? I must tend to my wounds. Sure. It's kind of rude to call another beastman a thing. Camp is that? Hello? Sir, you are trespassing. You were trying to help that thing, weren't you? What do you want? It's not a thing, it's an Ananta. They only wanted us to leave their hunting grounds? So they're not savage monsters looking to feast on our innards? I see. Sorry about before. It's not every day you see something like that where I come from. Me and my friends are from a small village in the peaks. We'll have to hear the rest of his story when we come back. Alright.
Open your heart to me. Let's go.
I'm getting hugged by a giant baby.
I shall free you from your hate!
Ooh.
Surrender to bliss. Do not your souls weigh heavy?
Can I get it? Here we go. Ouch.
Your souls are stained.
We'll see, Azo.
I shall free you from your hate!
Stop. Stop. Please. Oh my God.
Surrender to bliss. Your souls are stained.
What? Say my soul is steamed. I am steamed. Awesome. Hooray. Ah, 4 commendations. That's pretty good.
You did it again. You saved them. I just wish I could have been more help. So, it looks like the Ananta did have a mountain of crystals after all. Like every other tribe. Gods were all such slaves to our weaknesses.
You slew our mistress! She was our hope, our salvation! Is there no end to your cruelty?
Listen to me, please. I know that you're only trying to protect yourselves because you feel frightened and alone. But that's how we all feel. Don't you see? If we could just turn to each other for help instead of the gods, I'm sure we could find a way to live in peace. Your crystals are important to you, aren't they? Reflections of your souls, right? Well, you shouldn't have to sacrifice something so precious to a primal.
Who are you to question our choice? You who fight without fear? We wish only to live in peace. And if this be the price we must pay, then so be it!
I know there's nothing I can say to convince you. But I hope that one day you look back and see we only ever wanted the same thing.
Begone, damn you! Spare me your hollow words, and leave me to mourn.
I'll go. But it doesn't mean I'm giving up. Girabania is our home too. And one way or another, we're going to have to learn to live together. Come on. Alphino and Alize are waiting.
Meanwhile, in the royal palace, Xenos is becoming both amused and losing his shit.
Ah, the savage returns, and with her tail firmly between her legs, beaten by beastmen, I hear.
It was a shameful display, by all accounts. She may have curried the Viceroy's favor with her bold promises, but in the end, she's just another plodding bungler like the rest of her kind.
Strange. You would think him a better judge of character. Then again, I hear she's not averse to a more physical mode of persuasion.
I thought she rose through the ranks rather quickly, but no longer. If only she had been content with her lot, she might have lived to see the morrow.
Are you calling her a whore? Is that what they were implying? It's not like they were brave enough to do anything.
Fadola Rem Lupus. Commander of the Crania Lupi, reporting as ordered.
Why do you tremble, sir? Could it be that the Empire's butcher is afraid? That she who walks with death is terrified of her own?
I'm terrified of dying having achieved naught. Gladly would I give my life to win a great victory on the battlefield.
had I but the strength.
Alas, you do not. Indeed, you are weak. And born of this weakness is a blind fervor, a raging inferno which threatens to consume not only you, but everyone around you.
Yes, my lord.
You were defeated by the Resistance on several occasions. You misjudged the Ananta and spurred them into summoning an icon. Have you anything to say?
I do not, my lord. My failures are my own. I am prepared to accept your judgment.
And that is very admirable. However, I've had enough of this dumb show. Give voice to that hunger I see in your eyes, or I will pluck them from your head.
I want... I want to make them pay! All of them! Everyone who ever mocked or looked down on me! I want the power to make them pay!
Very well. Then I shall give you a chance. A chance to transcend your mortal limits. Assuming, that is, you are prepared to wager your life for such power.
Transcend, my lord. I came here prepared to die. Tell me what I must do.
I hate the look of him. But we'll never see him again. Mysterious court doctor. Doctor within quotes. I wish we could have left on better terms, but that was never going to happen. It could be a problem if they get their hands on any more crystals, though. Never mind. We'll deal with that when the time comes. Ooh. Shore log. Alright. What is something from the steps doing over here? I'm sorry? Oh, oops. You have done us a great service this day. Long shall my sisters sing the praises of the Icon Slayer. Let us bear word of them to Sri Lakshmi's passing. Come, friends. Divya and Nilya. What of this leader dude? Why is he all the way down there? Oop. I feel like I'm zooming. My cat got legs of speed. Ah, the winds whispered of your success, and your eyes confirm their testimony. The Lady of Bliss no longer holds our Kaliana sisters in her thrall. For this, we thank you. Sumiko did the deed. We were but witnesses to her heroism. However, I fear this is only the beginning, for there is no cure for that which drives the desperate to beseech the gods for salvation. Should they wish to use their crystals to summon Sri Lakshmi again, naught can be done to stop them. We ignore our sister's plight at our peril. This we know. We shall endeavor to show them another path so that the day you speak of never comes. We're all in this together. Ala Mhigo and Ananda. We understand that. Hopefully in time they will too. You and yours will ever be friends of the Vera. On that, you have my word. We should be getting back to the Peering Stones. Thank you, Sirisha, for everything. Let's see if we can't find this mad lad first. The Teleoceratuses are a foreign species. Where did they come from? Probably Dravania. That's where all the other dinosaurs seem to come from. Oh, right, I was in the middle of talking to him. Are from a small village in the peaks, you see, and with the Garleans blocking all ways in and out of the place, we'd never traveled far. Now that they're mostly gone, we thought we'd have a look about, maybe scavenge for a bit of food. We didn't mean no harm, honest. If it's all the same to you, we'll leave and go look for food somewhere far, far away from here. That's kinda sad. So afraid of everything that they'll just avoid anything that might cause trouble. You are returned. Were they willing to listen? Men from the peaks. Interesting. We were concerned the End Tribe may have coerced them into stealing from our land. My sisters will be relieved to hear this. If these people are desperate enough to venture here for food, perhaps we can help them. A deal of some kind. We share our food stores in exchange for materials for our gem crafting. Yes, that would be a fair trade. I will need to discuss this with my sisters. Beginning of a fruitful partnership may be at hand. Welcome back. Conrad and Marshal Tarapin came to render aid, but I hear that won't be necessary. It won't. Sri Lakshmi's gone. Ah, but I should probably start at the beginning. Incredible. I don't know what to say. If you hadn't been there to stop her, who knows what could have been, where it could have ended. You've saved a lot of lives, Sumiko. Take pride in that. It must be said that this is something of an unprecedented situation. Previous summonings were, to my knowledge, planned well in advance by a tribe as a whole. Indeed, there are several aspects of this incident which bear further investigation. In any event, the Kaliana supply of crystals must remain limited for the foreseeable future, and ambient ether levels closely observed. Understood. The Alliance will consult with the Resistance and the Vera on how best to enforce said restrictions. Thank you, Vice Marshal. In other words, then, what news of the Imperials? None, which itself is troubling. Seems as though the Skulls and the remainder of the garrison have fully withdrawn into the peaks. We've seen neither hide nor hair of them since Veladina. Regardless of their reasons, our path is clear. Father's decided that it is time to advance east. Finally. He was so empathetic that you be spared further duties for the present. You are to rest. It would not do for the Warrior of Light to collapse from exhaustion during the march. We may not be as strong or as quick as her, but we are soldiers nonetheless. We can deal with the Imperials. Aye, you've earned this respite, so enjoy it. And the same goes for you, Monago. You've been away from your family too long. Don't deny it. As you say, sir. Thank you. We'll make the most of our time. Looks like it's up to me in line to give you lot a proper welcome. My mother prepared a special meal for this occasion, and I have it on good authority that hers is the finest cooking this side of the Veladina. Your own authority? Honored guests, I pray you partake of our humble offerings as we give thanks for your many valiant deeds. It's a lot of bird. Thank you, sir, for this warm welcome. We are honored to break bread with you and your family. Come eat your fill of our food and drink deep of our spirits. There is more than enough for all. Well, when you put it that way, don't mind if I do. Is that a new moon? She wasn't kidding when she said her mother could cook. You know, seeing her with her family, I can't help thinking of my own. How my father would come home from a hunt with dinner on his shoulder, and Ida would prepare it with herbs and spices. My mother died when I was little, so she did most of the cooking. We didn't have much, but we had each other, and that was enough for me. And they wouldn't let us have even that. Theodoric, Gaius, of course, Father and Ida had to fight. I would have too if I'd been older, but they didn't have to die. It never ends, does it? They call us beasts, and they treat us like them. They push, and they push, and they... until someone pushes back. Until someone takes up arms, or summons a god, false god. If the 12 are watching us, what are they thinking? What are they thinking when they see the strong hurt the weak? When people fight and die, and nothing gets better, and it just goes on and on and on. You'd have to ask them. I don't think the gods listen to people like me. Thanks for listening. I know it's just rambling, but I feel better somehow. Who knows what the answers are, or if there even are any. Either way, life goes on and we've got to go with it. Sorry, that sounded better in my head. I must be getting tired. Time to turn in, I think. Tomorrow's another day, huh? Let's see what it brings. Sleep well, Simiko. Oh, excuse me. There's something to be said for a home-cooked meal, is there not? We must cherish these moments, fleeting as they are. Light will always be there, waiting for us to return. Ahoo! Then what are you? I'll worry about you later. I trust you are well rested and refreshed, yes? And let us return to the front. The greater part of the Alliance forces should have advanced into the peaks by now, but I expect we'll pass many of our comrades on the road east. There's a checkpoint along the way, as I recall, but we will only need to identify ourselves to the soldiers in order to pass. The first of many. The first of many what? Bombs away! I didn't get bonked for that? Huh. I won't complain. Hello, sir. And or madam. Science, a pleasure to have you with us again. You'll be happy to hear we've taken Eligiri and have already begun fortifying it as our new base of operations in the Peaks. Give a shout to the lads as you pass, huh? The Peaks.
I remember how they laughed. Alliance and Resistance soldiers, eager for battle, trading jokes as we marched east towards the peaks. Beyond this last line of defenses lay the locks and the city. Breaching it would be no small feat. But we beat the Imperials back, just like that. And we liberated a village, the first of many.
I like the purple trees. As you can see, this part of the peaks is much higher than the northern reaches. Hence why the Imperials built Specula Imperatoris where they did. See those 3 towers to the east? That's her. Sits right on the edge of a cliff, so attacking from the north is a fool's errand. From the south, on the other hand, she's no different from any other Imperial installation. You see now why Veladina was so important, eh? Right then. Come along, they're waiting for us in Alagiri. That is a very pretty crystal. Pantera. You know, some experience. But given the level that they're currently at, means we're almost done with base game stuff. We're almost there. No. If there were insects this size in real life, I think I would cry. I am not gonna lie. Here we are, the new base of operations for the Alliance and the Resistance. Ah, there you are. Greetings, General. As you've been quite busy in our absence. Less than you may imagine, the Imperials fled at our coming. We took the village without a fight. Your timing is impeccable. We were about to discuss our strategy to seize Specula Imperatorus. Though we are fresh from the road, we should be glad to attend. Good. Take a moment to gather yourselves and join us when you are ready. Ooh. Okay. Oh, that one's not too bad. I don't know. I'll probably go with maiming. Well, you heard the Flame General. Looks like we've got a meeting to attend. Meetings! Let everyone, then let us begin. Alagiri is ours, and for mercy we took it without losing a single man. But we dare not grow complacent. Specula Imperatorus will not be so easily won. If I may, General, should we not pause to consider the Imperials' motivations? For Xenos to surrender a fortified settlement of strategic importance without so much as firing a shot is inexplicable. We searched the village and found no traps or other signs of sabotage. Suspicious though it may be, I will not refuse this gift from our enemy. The path to Ala Mhigo is through the east, though Specula Imperatorus in Castrum Albania, it bears repeating, however, that the latter is home to a massive cannon with unparalleled range and destructive power. Which means that we'll need to strike Specula Imperatorus quickly, both to limit their ability to locate our forces in the field, and to utilize the installation as a shield against attack, as they would doubtless not risk damaging the towers. I see. Then we have no choice but to accept what we have been given. Aye, that's the way of it. I have no doubt that Xenos has got something planned, but we'll just have to deal with it when it comes. To the assault then. The main host will commence a direct assault on Specula Imperatorus. During this time, I will hold the Scions in reserve at Alighieri to deal with any Imperial forces that may be dispatched in response. Understood. Wait a minute. We should be fighting with you in the Resistance. I understand you don't want to rely too much on Sumiko after what she's been through, but at least the rest of us can do our part. The silence. If she wants to fight, I say let her fight. Thanks. I knew you would understand. Mayhap it would be best if I accompanied you. Alize, you can stay with Sumiko. Well, go if you must. The two of us can take care of ourselves. You have your orders. Dismissed. Those are some big chairs. Granted, they are some pretty big men. Meanwhile, deep within an Imperial research facility. That just looks ominous.
Let us see. So, she lives. Impressive. Or merely lucky, though that too may prove a useful trait.
My lord, what have you done to me?
Though we Guardians are intellectually and physiologically superior in almost all respects, we lack the hereditary traits required for the reliable manipulation of ether, hence our unique inability to wield magics. This deficiency, for want of a better word, saw us subjected to decades of oppression by the lesser races, and we were eventually driven to seek shelter in the cold northern reaches of Ilsabard. Fortunately, said region was replete with vast deposits of ceruleum, which proved instrumental in the development of Magitech, a revolutionary technology conceived to compensate for our disadvantage. It was with Magitech that we grew strong, that our nation became an empire. Yet, ultimately, this was an extrinsic solution to an intrinsic problem. What I wanted was not a crude device to be used in lieu of magic. Through modification of the Garlean genome, I argued that it might be possible to enhance a subject's ability to manipulate ether, effectively empowering them to wield magics. Alas, my theories were met with consternation in the Imperial court. Only Lord Xenos, with commendable foresight and wisdom, deigned to support my research.
You gave me this treatment, but I'm not Garlean.
Ala Mhigo, through and through.
Yes?
What you have been granted is far greater than mere magic. Before that lesser light, it is as a second sun.
I am informed that Alighieri was recently occupied by the Resistance, and that an attack on Specula Imperatorus is considered imminent. This could provide an ideal opportunity to test her performance in the field.
Your skulls, was it? They have joined the garrison at the watchtower?
Yes, my lord. By your leave, I would rendezvous with them and lead a counterattack against the insurgents.
No. Even were you to leave now, you would not arrive in time. There is another duty I would entrust to you.
Eesh, he is up to no good.
Found you.
That smile means no good. So full of fire and eager, weren't they? Well, I wouldn't worry too much. They're strong and they have each other. At least he spared me the trouble of having to speak up. I wasn't about to let these go alone. Okay. We have a fair bit of ground to cover, so we should split up. If you come across any Imperial soldiers, you know what to do. Oh, and so you know, I sent word to Arnvald's squadron. They are already searching other nearby areas, so we have allies in the event we encounter anything beyond our means. No such thing. I didn't even need to go up there. Alright. Well. Not right now. I'm busy. Eh. This way. I don't think there's anything nearby, but we're about to find out. Okay. It's one. And Terra. I didn't know an actual kitty named Pantera, and they are the sweetest thing. Sugar baby. Yeah. Got him. My oversized chicken. Give me a moment, Sumiko. Say that again, if you would. No, maintain your distance for now. Understood. Keep me apprised of any developments. That was Arnvald. The pair that was spying on us in the fringes has followed us here. What about you, Sumiko? Any trouble? And there I was, thinking we might be due for some peace and quiet. Glad to hear you dealt with them. I hope the assault on Specula Imperia Taurus is going well. Ooh. There's no escaping him.
You've improved, lad.
Come now, father. You lured the fool onto my blade, and do not try to deny it.
Our work here is all but done. What of Conrad and his men?
They are for the main tower. The skulls have offered fierce resistance thus far, but Conrad seems to believe he can convince them to lay down their arms.
Then we will tend to the stragglers down below. With me!
Report.
Enemy forces have overrun the lower facilities and appear to be mounting an assault on the main tower. We have already received a request for reinforcements. A unit of legionaries has been mustered and is ready to depart. They await your orders, Commander.
Stand down.
Commander?
Tell them to stand down.
Commander, if I may, our people, your people are still in there. They will be slaughtered.
You think I don't know that? I want nothing more than to help them. To lead the bloody charge. But I have my orders. Lord Zeno said no reinforcements. They would have us use the main cannon to destroy the installation.
What? Kill our own soldiers? You must be mistaken.
Mayhap you'd like to ask Lord Zenos yourself. I thought not. Initiate the firing sequence. Wars are won on the backs of the dead. Theirs and ours. There is no truth but this. We must remain firm and resolute and always, always do our duty. Now, give the order.
Initiate firing sequence.
Aye, aye. Initiating firing sequence. Release safety locks. Deploy main cannon.
future.
I need you to confirm the target, Commander.
Oh, the big shots.
Specula Imperatoris, main tower. Fire when ready.
I kept adding an extra eye in there. Oop. It's just a random boat on top of the mountains.
What in the seven hells?
Long-range artillery.
Those treacherous bastards. Their people were still fighting. Full retreat! Now! Relay the orders!
Understood.
Go.
All forces retreat! I repeat, all forces retreat!
Oh my god. Rock just fell on that man. By the 12th, did you see that? The main tower just collapsed. You heard it too, didn't you? It must have been the cannon at Castrum Albania. But that was an Imperial installation, and their troops were still... Damn it, no one's responding. I don't know if the shell is being jammed, or... We have to go right now. They need our help. Let's get a move on. Let's get moving. This way. There's no time to lose. Let's go. So much for taking a break, huh? It's worse than it looks. It probably wasn't even... Pull yourself together. The gate. This is our way inside. We need to find my brother, right now. She acts all hard and unbothered by everything, but she's really just a big softie. I'm glad you're here, Timiko. In case it isn't obvious, the Imperials fired on us, on Specula Imperatoris. I didn't think they had them in it, to kill their own men just to kill us. God damn them all. Where's my brother? Tell me where he is, I want to see him. He was in the tower when it struck, but that need not mean anything. Our forces are still evacuating and many remain unaccounted for. Alize? Alize, listen. There are soldiers wounded and dying all around us. Soldiers with families just like you and me. They need our help. Do you understand? He's right. I'll take the north, you take the east. West. let us render aid. What are those crystals? It's not even a crystal, it's just a floating rock. Thank you, I think I can manage on my own. You better. Are you dead? Yeah. For a moment there, I thought I was bound for Thal's Great Hall. Ye gods, what were the Imperials thinking? Oh. Kind of pretty, though. Just give me a moment to let the world stop spinning, would you? There. Now the Greery's not far, I'll make it. I'll make it. You can make it, kiddo. Everything hurts. I think I was struck by debris from the tower. Wait, I know you. Himiko Shigami, Lord of House Fortal. We fought together on the steps of faith. You saved my life back then. And now... I can walk. Thank you. 1,000 times thank you. Conrad. Conrad, can you hear me? Nava, put him down over there. Uh-oh. What's wrong with Conrad?
Conrad! Conrad, speak to me!
It was all so sudden. Conrad had just convinced the last few skulls to surrender when we heard the bang and everything started to shake. We carried the survivors to safety, but Conrad's... We have done what we can for him. All that remains is to pray.
Conrad?
Is that you, Lise? I can't see a damn thing.
Your eyes are closed,
Well,
my guy.
That's that then. Time's up.
What are you talking about? You'll be on your feet before you know it.
It's all right, Lise. I've lived long enough. But listen, I want you to lead the resistance in my stead.
Don't say another word. You'll recover. We'll recover. We'll bring freedom to Ala Mhigo together. We're not going to stop here.
No, you won't. Everything we've built, everyone we've brought together, I know you'll show them the way. You've got it in you, Lise. Not because you're Curtis's daughter or Ida's sister, but because you're you. Because you're you.
Conrad.
Lead them to victory. To freedom.
I will, Conrad. I will. I promise.
Meanwhile, in the chaos of Castra Mabania.
Next round, double the charge.
It's the boy.
Come, Nidhogg. We are needed.
That's the cerulean pipeline!
Not anymore, it isn't.
Impossible! How can one man... Shoot the bastard! Shoot him!
My lance has slain far greater beasts. You're welcome, boy.
That's most cool.
Notify all units! I want that intruder found! And get the engineers to fix my bloody cannon! The savages are coming!
Bitches. We could have killed them. We could have walked away. But instead, we tried to convince them to lay down their arms. We tried to seek a peaceful resolution. We showed them mercy, and this was their response. Fire and blood. This was their answer. Such crimes cannot go unpunished. They must not. God is my witness, there will be a reckoning. Let's aim deep. Forgive me, now's not the time for vows of vengeance. We must remain calm and rational, and in control. The Imperials have demonstrated a willingness to fire on their own. So long as we remain here, we are in danger. We three will go to we three will see to Commander Kemp's body, find my sister, and return to Ala Mhigo. What is going on over there? Huh. Alright. There, that should suffice for now. Go on and join the others. Tell me you found Alpha now. Tell me he is alright. Yeah, he's like right up there. I'll pick the 12. I don't know what I would have done. Though saying that, what will the Resistance do without Commander Kemp? Sorry, not here and not now. We should return to Ala Mhigo. Keep an eye out for any wounded who need our help on the way. I'll get there. Give me a second. So we've got pretty stage, I think, over there. Got some twirling rocks. Though what's causing them to twirl like that, I have no idea. Huh. It wasn't long ago I was trying to kill you and yours. I half expected you were about to slit my throat. To hell's with this. I should be back home in Nilsabard instead of taking fire from my so-called comrades. I think all you really served to do was, give your own allies to turn tail. Thanks, friend. Body tourniquet came loose when I was having trouble getting it back on. I should be fine the rest of the way. Tourniquets are not cozy, or so I've been told. Really? Why are you like that? Oh, bless you, kind. Wait, is that you, Mhigo? I didn't recognize you at first. Been feeling a bit dizzy. Must have lost a lot of blood. I can keep going. I can keep going. What are you? Rude Sud. Just a gathering of... They have surrounded us! You'll be fine. Mhigo. We have given over Commander Kemp's remains for safekeeping. Later, I have no idea when, rites must needs be performed. For now, however, we must carry on. We must press forward. We must not give in to despair. Comparison. Not much, but it'll do. All Alliance and Resistance units have now withdrawn from Specula Imperatoris. It is time we spoke with General Alden. Did I touch this crystal? I don't remember. I did not. Shame on me. Okay, but we'll finish talking with the commander in the next stream. But thank you everybody for hanging out with me all the way up until this point. I do appreciate your company. If you haven't already, if you can like and subscribe, I do appreciate you always. But I will see you all next week. Bye!